to another edition of Flea Market Fantasy, the world's second greatest Bronze Age era comic book podcast. Joining me as always is new Miguel, Kevin Jank.
It's me, Mike Dell, and if you like bad punctuation, boy, do I have a comic book for you.
As today we continue Shocktober. It's the second week of Shocktober, where
Yeah.
we read nothing but horror comic books.
Mm-hmm.
This is a proud
The
tradition that
spookiest of stories.
Mike L started this tradition back in the first year of Flea Market Fantasy.
Yeah. He may have coined the phrase Shocktober. I don't
I think
know.
so.
I don't know if he
Yeah.
got a patent on it or not, but
So we continue it today. And this week it was my pick, and I went with Charlton Comics, the RC Cola to Marvel and DC. And
yeah, I guess before Image, yeah. Maybe they were the third biggest.
the title we're doing today is The Many Ghosts of Dr. Graves, issue 65 from 1978. It's a horror anthology.
Mm-hmm.
Three big stories. Are you
Yeah, I don't know how
excited,
big they
Jack?
were, but yeah. I mean, they vary. Like most anthologies, even like Creepshow. It's like some of them are good, some of them not so much. You know, you're in for a mixed bag.
I actually enjoyed this. It was pretty good. All right, so before we get started, let's remind everybody that if you're watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe. The last time I checked, I think we were 415.
Ooh,
Did we pick?
come
What
on,
was it?
let's keep bumping up those numbers. We got to get to 500 here. I want to make Mike Dell read Batman: The Dark Knight Returns sometime this
Yes,
millennium.
yes, that's the goal to get to 500. And I do not want to read Batman and the Dark Knight Returns. So,
All the more reason to do so. Expand your horizons.
and I also have a book out there called Monkey Flip about a chimp detective. All right, so Charlton Comics. They existed from 1945 until 1986.
Oh,
So
yeah, and then they were bought
yeah,
out by DC, right?
seems right. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And take a guess. Do you know where they're headquartered, Jank?
New York City?
Derby, Connecticut.
Oh,
Yes, it's a very popular place.
yeah.
Derby, Connecticut.
Them and ESPN taking up
Yes.
residence in
And
Connecticut.
WWE. WWE
Oh, look
is
at that. Must have good
it's,
corporation laws, right?
yeah. So, The Many Ghosts of Dr. Graves, this is a horror anthology that ran for 72 issues from May 1967 until May 1982. And then three more issues of reprints were published in 1985 and 86. So, all
Ooh,
told, 75 issues of The Many Ghosts of
75
Dr.
bangers.
And although, like, that's the full title, The Many Ghosts of Dr. Graves, but then they shortened it to just Ghosts of Dr. Graves. And then there were a
I
couple
feel like we
issues
don't
that were,
have as many left,
yeah,
so yeah, we gotta shorten this.
and I believe there were a
Just a
couple
couple
issues that
stories.
they were just called Dr. Graves. They just shortened it to.
I wonder if he took a more prominent role by that point. Like maybe it was just him having adventures.
Yeah, the main guy here is a fella, our host for the anthology. Like all these anthologies usually have a host, someone to
Yeah,
like
someone's got to
introduce the
introduce
story.
the stories. Yeah.
So his full name is Dr. Milas Tempest Graves, and he goes by MT Graves, Dr. MT Graves.
Oh, that's pretty
And,
good.
hey, oh yeah, did
Not
he?
since our buddy
Wait,
T.O. Morrow have we had such
I know.
good wordplay.
All right, Jank. I'm going to have to admit this, but I didn't even catch the wordplay until I just read it there. I just read Milas Tempest Graves. And I never read it out loud. I never read it shortened to MT Graves.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, oh,
Oh, now I get it. I get
yeah.
jokes.
Oh, how about that? He first appeared in Ghostly Tales, issue 55, 1966, and then he got his own series. He investigated supernatural phenomena. And
Oh.
his nickname was the Ghost Fighter. So Ghostbusters owe him a debt of gratitude.
Yep. Bustin does not make him feel good though, so I don't know what his deal is.
This Many Ghosts of Dr. Graves. It featured some artists such as Steve Ditko and Jim Aparo. And
Oh,
the issue we did here today has got Steve Ditko in it. So, did you
yeah,
recognize the Ditko, Jake? Yeah.
yeah. Yeah,
And
I could tell by the lack of punctuation. It's like Mr. A all over again. These were long run-on sentences.
well, he didn't write the story. He didn't write the story. He
What?
did.
Did he
He
do
drew
the?
the third one.
Huh.
Uh, Steve Skeets wrote the Ditko story that was drawn. So, and a young John Byrne drew the cover to issue 54 in 1975, marking one of his earliest professional works.
Oh
How
wow.
about that?
Look at that.
Yeah. So there you go. Many
Young
Ghosts of
Johnny
Dr.
Byrne.
Graves. That's pretty much all the backstory we got. So,
Clearly, someone did a rich oral history on this at some point.
yes, I think
There's
so.
so many details out there.
So all right, let's look at the cover there, Jack. This is a Steve Ditko cover, and it's kind of
Hmm.
classic Ditko. It's pretty cool. Why don't you describe it for us?
Yeah, you can tell it's Steve Ditko because he looks a lot like Doctor Strange, this Dr. Graves does. So we got the little corner circle in the corner where it's just a picture of Dr. Graves kind of smiling with his weird looking goatee. And then right next to it, we got another circle for the Charlton Comics Group logo. It's kind of a C inside of another C. And then there's a group coming out of the one C, like a big megaphone.
Yeah, well,
Then,
I guess they're making it look like a bullseye and like a dart
oh,
hitting
sure.
the bullseye. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. And then in the little top banner there, it says Ghosts of Dr. Graves, as if we didn't have the same giant logo
Yeah.
right underneath that. I don't know why you needed that twice, but
Well, because that's how comic books were displayed.
that's
Like they
right.
were stacked,
Yeah.
so you had to like show it at the top.
Yeah, it just
Usually they
looks
don't
kind
show
of
the logo though.
silly.
You like Marvel, they would just write the title up at the
Yes.
top. Not always.
Yeah. Rather than completely doubling it up. Nope, same colors, everything. Except no skull. The one below has a little bit more fancy accoutrement, I guess. Because then we get below we get the Ghost of Dr. Graves, where it's got like a little skull off to one side, and then there's a little grave stone down next to the graves. So that's cool. And then we got a shot. It's a shot of like a giant pink maze, like a labyrinth of some kind. And Dr. Graves is very tiny. He's wee tiny there
Well, that's
in the
not Dr.
maze.
Graves. That's just the guy from the third story, Robert, whatever his name was.
Is it? Oh, I guess
Yeah.
so. You have to zoom in, he doesn't have the goatee, but from afar,
Yeah.
he looks like Dr. Graves. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, he's this guy's just wandering around in his bathrobe in this labyrinth.
Yeah, it's cool because it's like you're seeing it from up above at an angle, and like the maze, it's not just a traditional maze. Like there's a lot of like curved designs and flowing like
Yeah,
ribbons of
squiggles.
barriers. Yeah. And
Yeah, it's
everything's in
true. He's
like
like he's lost in a bunch of ribbon candy.
yeah, because it's like dark pinks, light pink, like dark red and white. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So
I guess that's supposed to be his brain,
yeah, I don't know. He's
maybe.
it's a pretty good story. Yeah, this details the third story in the book,
Yeah. I would say that's probably
and
the best story. It was that third one.
yeah,
That was my
I liked
favorite.
it. Yeah, you mentioned he kind of looks like Doctor Strange. Yeah, he's a white fellow with like he's got gray on the temples like a Reed Richards,
Yep.
and he's got the full goatee, mustache, and beard. And yeah, so there you go. All right, we open it up, and Dr. Graves here, he is introducing the first story. Someone was trying to kill Mel Kinder. The murderer was intelligent and cunning, with the patience to wait after each unsuccessful attempt and try again. I don't know, I probably would have reworded that. From his position, the
Yeah.
killer could afford to wait because he was the enemy within.
And you know this is a comic that didn't sell very much because the scan is all ripped up in places. So
Yeah.
clearly they were just working with what they could get a hold of, and there's not many copies out there.
So the splash page is a fella. Oh, this story is written and drawn by a guy named Wayne. What's that last name? Wayne
Wayne
something.
Grow from Heat.
Wayne. I can't.
Gretzky?
No. You can kind of see his name in the bottom right corner.
Uh,
Wayne Howard, I think it is. Wayne Howard. Yep,
okay.
that's what, yeah.
I would assume he was the artist.
He also wrote it as well, best we can
Oh,
tell.
okay.
Because all the
Gotcha. Yeah,
sources,
they
not every. I
yeah.
found one place because it's tough to find because they don't have. There's not like a Marvel fandom or DC fandom for Charlton. Like where they list it to.
Yeah.
So I found
Nobody
like
cares
a
enough to do that.
I found like a My Comic Shop database or something, and they list the creators. And for writer of this story, they have Wayne Howard question mark. And then he was. I think it's him though.
Yeah, you think they would put that in here, very clear
Yeah,
to be seen who the writer is, the artist, all the color, all that stuff they normally do, but no, they're just like, who cares?
that was tough. Wasn't easy to find. All right, so yeah, the big splash page. It's a guy falling backwards out of uh, like a hotel window I guess it could be his apartment window. No, his glasses are falling off, and he's screaming, "Stop it! Don't kill me! You can't realize what you're doing, but you are destroying yourself as well." And there's no one throwing him out the window. It's just him there. And he's
Yep.
flipping out. So, all right, our story opens with this fella, uh, Kinder. What's his first name? Is it Jimmy? Let's call him Jimmy.
Yeah,
Mel Kinder. Mel
Mel
Kinder.
Kinder.
So, Mel Kinder's going to work, Jank, just like any other guy punching the clock. But what's his job?
Well, he's a hitman.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got to punch the clock and then take out somebody.
I like him though because
Punch
he looks like
somebody's
Hunter.
ticket
He kind of looks like Hunter S. Thompson when he's got the glasses
with the hat
and
and
a
the
little
long
hat.
cigarillo.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but he's coming into the lab and he's meeting a scientist there. He says, "Hey, Mr. Steinhaus, I'm from the Billington Company. I've been asked to deliver a product to you. And hey, do you want to play? We haven't done a recreation in a long time. I'll be the hitman. You be Dr. Steinhaus."
Okay.
Uh, yeah. Mr. Steinhaus, I'm from the Billington Company. I've been asked to deliver a product to you.
Billington, that den of wolves, all they want is money. Whatever you have, I don't want
That's a hell of an
it.
accent. They knew you would refuse, but my orders are to deliver it anyway.
I told you, wait a second, you're a hitman and I'm your contract.
I
And
know.
it's just like that in the book.
That's good writing. That's good writing. Just when you explain everything to people. Yeah. And then the narration says Steinhaus made a desperate attempt to save his own life, but it was in vain, since Kinder's job allowed no room for failure. He was a top killer. And
Gangster. And he
yeah,
throws a bottle at him.
he
One of
just
his
yelled
beakers full of
gangster.
chemicals.
Gangster. And then
He's a
old
gangster.
Mel
He's a straight up G. The gangster life is the life for me.
and Kinder says, "You seem to know all the terms, then you should also realize that you don't got it or you haven't got a chance." Zing, zing, zing. Those are the bullets. And
Yeah. Zing, zing, zing went the trolley.
then when Kinder's walking away, he says, "I wonder what it was that splashed on me. It has no odor and it doesn't burn, so it can't be acid." He didn't have time to reach for anything toxic, so it may be more harmful than maybe no more harmful than water.
It
So
was just his BO that
good
he had
thinking.
been collecting. He was sweating a lot, so he saved it up in there.
And as he's walking out the door, he says, "Unfortunately for Mr. Steinhaus, hot lead traveling at high velocities can be very deadly." And we see Steinhaus
Yeah.
dead in the foreground.
He should have not had the sunglasses on and then put them on just as he said that line. So it could be very CSI Miami.
So our killer's walking out. He just walks right by the security guard. He thinks he's just a guy leaving work, and then he's waiting on the corner for the light to change so he can cross the street. But then starts getting the Jimmy legs. His legs start twitching. He can't stop moving his legs.
He's
He's got
got
to
a jitterbug.
dance. He's got to
Yeah.
dance. But he can't control his legs, and they make him run out into the middle of the road, and he almost gets run over by a bunch of cars. Oh,
Yep.
hey, let's take a break here though, because there's some amazing advertisements in this book.
Oh.
This next
You're
one
way
is
into these pendants, huh?
Yes, this next one is for Precious Pets Pendants. Amazing $1 offer. Now you can pet as many of our adorable animal charm pendants as you want at this low price. Each lovely pendant comes in your choice of gold tone and silver tone, finished with its own matching 16-inch link chain. Real eye catchers. These dynamite conversation starters are buff to gleaming mirror finish. Yeah, I bet they were. Get lots for all your outfits and save a bundle. Mail coupon now, $1 each. And Jank, look at the top left corner. What do we
Oh,
see
I
there?
know. Yep, that's your favorite right there. We got a monkey right there in the
I
corner.
know, a little monkey pendant. That would be amazing for a
Yep,
dollar.
I know what your family would have been getting that Christmas.
What a deal.
Everyone's getting a monkey pendant. I like
What
the
a
skunk.
deal.
I'm glad that like people really want to wear skunks around their necks. That sends off a good vibe.
And what's going on with that cat? That cat could be cooler. And then the mouse, looks like the mouse is wearing underpants. He's standing there
Yeah.
with his hands on his hips, and he's got his underpants on.
It's
It's
like
a
that
little
little
mouse.
mouse. Wasn't that in like Tom and Jerry or something? They had like a little
Tom and
baby mouse
Jerry.
in a
Yeah, Jerry's little nephew was Nibbles.
yeah.
Lil Nibbles was his name. I love
Hmm.
Little Nibbles. Man, still watch a Little Nibbles cartoon. That was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want one of these dollar pendants. Oh, wait, you can get super savings. If you order 10, you get them for 757. How about that?
Holy hell. What a
What a
deal.
deal. Yeah.
How much is shipping? Can we still get this order? All 12
Oh, you can get
only
yeah.
857. Wow.
Such odd pricing.
You could have a whole zoo.
857. All right. So, all right, now back to the story. Our buddy's, he's walking home still. He's got control of his legs again. He gets out of the street and he's walking home and he notices some firemen trying to put out a fire. And he says, "Oh no, something strange is happening to me again." And he goes running into the burning building. And he's like, "No, no, not
Yeah.
again, no, no." And some firemen going to save him. And he's like, "Save me, I don't want to die." And the firemen want to, he's saying, "Hey, don't panic, fella, we'll get you out of here." And he just punches the fireman.
As he's saying, don't leave me here, I'll die. I
Yeah.
think he's punching the guy in the face. So they're pretty confused. The one fireman kind of punches him right back in the face, knocks him out, and he's like, "This is for your own good, mister." And they just cart his unconscious ass out of there.
So he wakes up in the hospital, and his doctor is asking him some questions. He's like, "You what does he say here? Apart from a little smoke inhalation, you're fine, but your behavior under drugs was strange, extremely violent." Yeah, there could have
Yeah,
definitely been some punctuation there that would have helped.
yeah.
And,
This whole book needed some.
uh,
But yeah, he's like, "I got some tests I'm gonna run, like, but Jimmy's like, I can't stay around here all day. I got places to be." And he
yeah,
just
because
checks himself out of the hospital.
the doctor tells him your blood test revealed an unknown organism in your plasma.
Yeah.
Some of it was in a chemical in your clothes. And Malkinder's like, "Yeah, I'm sure it's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm just going home." And he gets home, he loses control of his hands.
Yeah. Somehow like turns into Stretch Armstrong, it seems
I
like the
know,
way that arm is like
because
incredibly long.
his hands are growing in size. And the bone structure is also changing because I don't know
Yeah.
what's going on with his wrists.
He's turning into like a praying mantis or something. I don't know.
But then his hands start to choke him. He's choking himself. And this
Not in the fun way.
and we get the recreation of the splash page where he's leaning out the window, he's choking himself. And but thankfully he's able to pull his hands off his throat. And he says, "I gotta go back to that doctor. Why? I should have probably left." And so he goes
Yeah.
back to the doctor and he says, "Hey, doctor, uh, what's going on with me?" And the doctor says, "Why? Because it can only feed on." Oh, wait, I should start before that. The doctor says, "Yes, Mr. Kinder, the results are in. The organism is an intelligent bacteria. It's been sending impulses to your brain for you to destroy yourself. Why? Because it can only feed on dead tissue. Once it causes you to kill yourself, it will consume your body. The only man I know of with an antidote is Dr. Carl Steinhaus."
Wah,
And
wah.
yeah, like you could have just ended it there because we see a shot of Kinder like going, "Oh, he's shocked," looking at the camera there. But then he's thinking to himself, "Steinhaus, the man I killed." Yeah, we know we were
Yeah.
there. You don't need to remind us.
I mean, that was pages ago. We could have forgotten. We often forget names in these books.
It was the old O. Henry ending, the old twist at the end there.
Yeah. Yeah. So like what you're listening to the Whistler.
Yeah, the
Always
Whistler.
a twist at the end.
A great radio show, the Whistler.
Mhm.
All right, so this next story is called The Tower Maiden, and George Wildman was the editor. The writer was Nicola Cuti, and that
The
person,
artist decided to sign his name in cursive or something.
It's Tom Sutton. We know Tom Sutton,
Oh,
right?
okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
we've
we've heard
heard.
of
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
him. Nicola Cuti used to write something else too, and I can't remember. But anyway. All right, so Jank, would you like to tell us the tale of the Tower Maiden?
So the Tower Maiden, there's a prince, his name was Harvard, and he lived
Yeah.
long ago in the Kingdom of Myrrh. And he's 18 years old, he's riding around looking for, a quest of some kind. And he's got some kind of weird, I don't know, like old dragon Pegasus thing riding around on. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
You
like
know
some
what?
kind
I
of
never
weird
really
Star Wars
noticed.
creature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a dragon with Pegasus wings. That is odd.
Yeah. So he's looking through his old-timey spyglass there, and off in the distance, he sees a castle. And up in one of the upper, windows, he spots a fair maiden. And he's like, "Oh man, I am smitten. I gotta go get me a piece of that. I'm gonna break it off." And
That's not what he said. That's not what he said. Yeah, she's a very a good-looking blonde lady. Although I will say her eyes are alarmingly far apart in the one picture we see.
yes,
Gonna
yeah.
push them together a
She has
little
that
bit.
organism from the first story that's making her things move in different directions.
But everything else looks good. Just get those eyes closer together. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. But so he sees like a old wizard man or an old man, and he's like, "She can be yours, boy, if you're willing to fight for her." And he's like, "Hey, what are you talking about, man?" And the wizard's like, "Okay, never mind that. Just follow this stream, and it will take you to a path up to the tower. You do want her, don't you?" And he's like, "Oh yeah." And as soon as he goes over to the stream, the old man turns into like some kind of a troll ogre thing. So he was clearly just this was all a ruse of some kind on his part. And so he gets to the stream and he's like, "All right, there's weird water bubbles in there." But then all these demons start jumping out of the water and they start grabbing him and stuff. And he's like swinging his sword, trying to fight him off. He's like, "The more I strike down, the more come to the surface." Oh no, it's
All
getting
right, let's take a
overwhelmed
break
here.
there because we get another great advertisement. Um, Now enjoy a
Oh,
life of unbelievable riches, lasting love, and constant protection with the secrets in this startling witch book, The Magic Power of Witchcraft. And then
yeah.
it's a full page they're selling about, and the print is so small. There's no way you can possibly read it. The scan is not really good enough, but there's like 3 columns of description for this book. Sounds pretty great. You can learn
Yeah, let this
witchcraft.
amazing witch book bring you infinite wealth, fine possessions, a comfortable new home, financial security, love, control over others. Like that those go hand in hand. I know what this book is selling you.
Oh, Gavin Frost is one of the authors. He's a BS, a PhD, a DD. He's
Ooh.
Daredevil, apparently. I don't know what that means. And
Yeah.
he's the Archbishop of the Church of Wicca.
Oh, I'm surprised they let a man do that. I thought that was like more of a lady thing.
Well, the other co-author is Mrs. Yvonne Frost, his wife. How about that?
Oh, there you go. That makes
Uh,
sense.
do you think he used witchcraft to control her to marry him? Because from the
Gotta be.
pictures, she looks more attractive than he does, quite a bit.
Yes. Yeah, I would say so. Or this could be a love witch situation where she's just trying to drain him of all of his essence.
In this witch book, you'll discover how to cast spells that really work.
But it's a
your
send today
magic
for a no
window.
risk copy. I don't know. I feel like this would be pretty risky if these spells actually worked. You would definitely screw
Telepathy.
something up while you're doing one of these.
Telepathy made easy.
Oh,
Because
I gotta
telepathy is
track down a
way too
copy of
hard.
this book. I wanna, I wanna
You-
get a hold of this.
Can you make out a price anywhere?
Uh,
Oh, it looks like 398.
Holy hell, that is cheap. Wonder if you can get these on eBay. The
It's tough to
magic
tell.
power of witchcraft.
Oh we could
Hmm.
probably Google it up. So, all right.
Let's see.
What, this is the part of where you Google things? Is that what you're doing? Are we gonna go?
Yep. The magic power of witchcraft. This looks like it. $19 on eBay.
Oh,
Worth it. To
yeah,
be a
easy.
telepath? Hell yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, it pays for itself. Don't worry about it.
Done and done.
All right. Not as good as the monkey pendant, but it's not bad. So, back
What
to
if
the
you could
story.
combine the two and somehow make that a magical monkey pendant?
Oh, that'd be great. I think every monkey pendant is magical in its own way.
That's
So
right.
we cut back to the guy, and he's fighting those demons popping out of the river at him, and he realizes that they only become demons when they come out of the water. Like he dives in the water, and they're more like
Yeah.
ghostly things in the water. They only become
Yeah, the
physical
air
when they're out of
solidifies them, he thinks. Yeah.
the water. So he swims the rest of the way to the castle underwater. And then when he's pulling himself up to the shore there, we see two big ogre hands grabbing him. It's the same ogre from earlier.
Yep.
And he says, hey, buddy, you may ride on my back, puny one, if you're willing to pay the fare. Wait a minute. What kind of a comic book is this? And because then the prince guy says, I gulp, will pay what you ask. I am at your mercy. It seems like it's
Oh,
not as suitable for children.
yeah, this is taking an erotic turn.
So the prince guy mounts the ogre, and then the ogre starts climbing up the tower.
This sounds like
Uh,
the kind of thing that book talk is going to be all over.
so yeah, because the ogre said like the guy couldn't climb the tower because it's like a sheer climb, and he's not he's not a climber. But the ogre says I can climb, but I
Yeah.
need your sword because when we get up high enough, there's going to be vampire bats, and I can't defend
Yep.
myself from them when I'm climbing. But you can use your sword to hack the vampire bats away. All right, so we're a team here, okay? And
Yep.
he's like, all right,
Don't let them get
and
the
that's what they
claws
do.
on you or they're going to drain your blood. He's like, "Oh, okay, good. Good advice."
And like the prince on the ogre's back, they're right near the top. He had one job: just use your sword to hack vampire bats. And he drops his sword. What are you doing? You don't just drop your sword.
Well, this is his
Uh,
first quest. He's not very
uh,
good at it yet. He just turned 18. He's of legal questing age now.
but they make it up to the. Hopefully, he's of legal age to consent to riding an ogre's back, and
Yeah. I don't
they
know what the
make it
age
to
of
the.
consent laws are in the land of Myrrh.
They make it up to the top of the tower, and magically the vampire bats just go away. They're like, "All right, we tried to stop them. We didn't. I guess we can go home now." So they just leave. And the prince is like, "Hey, ogre, thanks, buddy. I really enjoyed climbing your back and mounting you." And the ogre's
I'll leave you my phone number.
if things don't work out with the maiden, I'll give you a call. But he says, "Thank you, truly. You've been a friend, but now I must continue on my quest." And then the ogre. Oh, wait, I like to hear what voice you have for the ogre. Can you do the ogre?
Oh. I knew that you would try to stop me. Therefore, arm yourself. Because he wants the princess
Oh, wait,
too.
no. Yes, that's
Yeah.
the part I wanted you to. I was hoping you would say we are on the same quest, for I too desire the Tower Maiden. So
Yeah.
yeah.
They both
And
want this lady, and they're not going to make three. That's for damn sure.
so yeah, the ogre has like a little knife or a smaller sword, and but he couldn't like use it. He needed the prince on his back because he needed both hands to climb up the thing. But anyway, so the prince doesn't have a sword. So thankfully, the ogre dives at him and goes right over his head and off the cliff. So,
Yeah, this was very confusingly drawn because in the
and,
panel where he's first swinging the sword, it appears that he is on the side closest to the cliff. Like the cliff is behind him, but then all of a sudden in the next panel, he's like jumping over the prince and going into the cliff. It's like, what? This
yeah.
geographically does not make any sense.
And
I had
Yoga,
to kind of look at this for a while to try to figure out what was happening. I was like, why did he just eject himself off the cliff?
yeah, Ogre's got to be way better with his tactical approach to fighting on a cliff. This
Yep.
isn't the way you do it. Never leave your feet, Ogre. And I also like where he says, "What?" when he's falling off the cliff. Because I think earlier in the book, the prince says, "What?" at some point. Right?
It's good they got a catchphrase going.
That's a big fan of. Uh, I don't know where he says the what, but I know. Oh, when the old man shows up to give him the directions on about following the river, he says, "What? Where did you come from?" So now the ogre's gone, and the prince takes the ogre's sword because he dropped the sword, and when he went over the cliff, and he finds like a hunchback looking fella, and he says, "Hey, you old man, I'm here for that fair maiden. I want the girl. Did you kidnap her, or are
Yeah.
you her father?" And he says, "No, don't worry, I'm not really your father. But you can say I did create her, as I created
hmm
all of my wax statues. I put her
Wah,
on the balcony to
wah.
dry." And what does the prince
Yeah, he's got a
say?
Madame Tussauds up there. He's like, ah, well, I'll take her anyway. I'll stick a wick in her head and use her as a candle. But he ain't gonna do that. We all know what he's really gonna do with this thing. He just got himself a real doll and he's gonna go to town on it.
So there you go. That's our second tale in Shocktober. It was shocking. Man, it was
Yeah,
shocking.
so scary.
Holy
A
cow.
weird ogre throwing himself off a cliff for no reason.
And now we get to our third tale. It's called Routine. Um,
hmm
Time itself has been twisted out of shape, turned in upon itself. A pattern has been established, a pattern that can never be broken. And though you know it not, you are trapped, trapped in a maze of your own making, trapped in a never-ending routine. How
Oh,
did it begin? How did it all begin? And yeah, this was the one written by Steve Skeets and drawn by Steve Ditko. And the splash page, we get the recreation of the cover, but now it's just in whites and oranges, like a dreamsicle. And
oh, I wish.
oh, those are
I
great.
would gladly get lost in that maze. Just eat my way out.
Vanilla ice cream and orange popsicle. What a combination
Mm,
that was. Oh
yep. Who would have thought? But goddamn, is it good?
my goodness. Just delightful. All right, so now we get a panel of Dr. M.T. Graves, and I now get that joke. And he says, figuratively speaking, you are the subject of the case study. Your name is Roger Gordon, and you're about to dabble in the black arts. You just bought a book of witchcraft from this here comic book, and you are about to enter weird worlds where no human has ever gone before, or no man has ever meant to go. But all that will come later. Right now, you're asleep. And we cut to Robert Gordon in a chair, and he's dozing off in a chair. He's in a little robe there, and he has slippers on, and he's got a book in his lap, but the book is falling out of his hand, and it thuds on the ground. And when
Yep.
it does, it wakes him up. And he's like, "Hey, how'd I get down here in the library? It's 3 o'clock, the middle of the night. I should be, wait, what? I remember the book. I came down here to use the book." So he picks up the book. Um, must have dozed off before I got a chance to use it. Well, I'll soon remedy that. And he sits down and he's reading the book, his book of
Yeah, the Book of
witchcraft.
Power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then this advertisement we get new from Elvis from the beginning, newsreel home movies. Relive those precious moments with the king again and again, forever and forever. That full color posters, 350 each. Three posters for
Three
$9.
posters, $9. What a deal.
And 8 millimeter sound and silent. A true collector's item cannot be replaced. How about that? Eight millimeter films of Elvis
Who's buying
Presley.
the silent version? Like, I don't want to actually hear Elvis. I just want to see him.
I just want to watch those hips. Uh, uh. Hey, this is pretty pricey though. Color and black and white with sound. And oh, I guess and the poster's 34.95. About
Ooh,
that.
yeah, that
So
is quite a bit. Considering on the next page they're selling Jeeps for $60. What the hell? Over
sure it's
100,000 government surplus goods, including cars, motorcycles, cameras, as low as 2 cents on the $1 new directory tells what, where, how to buy. Jeeps for $60.
yeah, so you send them $5 and they send you a catalog where you can reportedly buy these things. But
Yeah,
I don't think
100%
so.
genuine natural diamonds. 5.95.
1/4 to 3 carats for only 5.95.
Holy hell.
How did Charlton Comics ever go out of business? They have such great advertising.
The
Products that
world may never
everybody
know.
needs. Yeah.
Yep.
My goal is to get this podcast sponsored by a monkey pendant company. That would be
Here's hoping. We want to get that big monkey.
so so we're getting back to our story. Our buddy Robert Gordon, he's sitting in the chair reading the book again, and he starts tripping out. He's having all these psychedelic visions and stuff, and because he's
Yeah.
opening a portal to the power or whatever. I don't know what does he call it? The Book of Power, mystical text containing the most
Yep.
powerful incantations imaginable, including the exact ritualistic words through which the doorway to ultimate power, power enough to rule the world and more, perhaps to rule the entire universe, can be opened. And again, a
Yeah.
shocking lack of commas and periods.
Yes. There's an occasional exclamation point, but other than that, they
Yeah.
have no time for any other types of punctuation.
Yeah, they can hit the question mark and the exclamation point, and that's it. Apparently, the
Yeah.
comma and
And the
period.
period do not exist.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
so we get a flashback now to Robert Conrad, or that's not his name, right? Robert Conrad. He was a great actor.
Roger, I
Robert
thought it was
Gordon.
Roger something.
Roger
Yeah.
Gordon. Yeah, let's call him Robert Conrad. Um, he was on an episode of Columbo, the Milo Janis episode of Columbo.
Hey.
Uh,
Oh, yeah.
Milo Janis, it's where it's at. Yeah. So, uh,
A workout episode.
that's right. So, would you like to tell us the backstory here for Robert Gordon?
He had somehow heard about this book and he was on a quest to find it. And he's going from bookstore to bookstore and anywhere he could think to look. He was looking for this book for 7 years apparently. And it was now his obsession. He spent all the time thinking about this book. And then one day he was in some random like out of the way curio shop and he's just like, "Whoa, there it is, just sitting there right in plain sight." And he goes to the counter, and the guy's like, "How much? How much is this?" And the guy's like, 50 cents. But he could tell how eager, old Robert Wagner was, and and he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna up the price now, and now I want $100."
Yeah,
And
150 cents to $100. Holy
yeah, that's
cow.
insane. And it's like, yeah, he just kept jacking up the price. So I eventually just reached over. There was a hammer laying there in the curio shop, and I just beat this guy to death with the hammer. And took the book and ran.
Yeah,
That's what
what's
you
that
get
guy's
for,
deal, Yeah,
yeah.
50 cents. And then I can see maybe taking, oh, you know what? How about a dollar? Oh, $100. You could
Yeah.
get so many monkey pendants for $100.
You
You
could buy the
do.
whole set for, several times over.
Yeah. So yes, he steals the book and he goes home and he wants to read about the book. So he comes downstairs to
Yeah.
read about the book.
He better hurry
And
because the police are probably after him now, but
he
you better get that ultimate power right away.
and he falls asleep in the chair reading the book. And but
He's like,
he
that's kind of
has
weird, but I'm not gonna really dive into it.
but he opens a door to the unknown in the wall there, just like a gaping portal, and he walks through.
Yeah.
And this
It's
is
very
classic Ditko.
Beetlejuice-esque when they drew that door on the wall and it like turned into
Yeah.
like a weird portal door.
But yeah, this is classic Ditko stuff, the old surreal Salvador Dali kind of paintings coming to life.
Yeah.
Um, and Yeah, the guy's just freaking out and like he's getting too much power. He's learning too much about the universe and his brain can't take it, Jank.
Yeah, the human brain's not meant to hold this kind of knowledge. There's just too much.
So
So he
he
kind of makes a wish. He's like, I wish I'd never even come in here. This was stupid.
yeah, he's like now the pain is more than unbearable. You're on the verge of going mad. And in spite of everything it meant to you, you are beginning to wish that you had never used the book, that you'd never come here. Then suddenly all the pain is gone. The strange dimension you were in has vanished. And now you are floating through an endless void.
Hmm.
And so it seems like, oh, the endless void. and, and he starts to lose consciousness until he falls asleep. And he's just like just an all black panel behind him. And
Yep.
he's unconscious. And then the next thing you know, he hears a thud on the ground. And he's like, huh?
Oh, and how did I get down here into the library? I must have fallen asleep reading this book. It's like it's 3 o'clock, middle of the night again, but he doesn't realize this already happened.
Uh, and he just picks up the book and starts reading it again. And then we get a shot of Dr. M.T. Graves.
Yeah.
That joke gets funnier every time I say it. And he's like, well, like they used to say in the comics, here we go again. And that's the way it is for Roger Gordon. Who knows how many times he's already been through this situation? It doesn't really matter anyway. For each time is really the first time. Roger Gordon's life ended at 3 o'clock one night, for he will never really progress past 3 o'clock. He will be there forever. Dun, dun, dun.
Dun dun dun.
That's the
That's
end.
pretty good. I like that. That was a good story. Some good
Yeah.
ironic stuff going on there. I like if only he could just remember once what happened, he could be like, "Can I just get a little bit of the knowledge and then stop?" But nope, he's
Nope.
just gonna keep doing the same thing over and over again because he doesn't remember, which that sucks.
So there you go. Yeah, that was the clear winner here of the three.
Yeah.
Who would get the silver medal? That gets the gold. Who gets the silver?
Um. Hmm. I guess I would give it to the second story just for the goofiness of the ending. Uh, and him mounting the troll, of course, the ogre.
Uh,
That was
uh,
good.
I think the art was stronger too. The art by Thumbsuck was pretty strong.
Hmm. Yep.
Okay, except for that point, the one point you mentioned about the ogre just diving off the cliff,
Yeah.
but the
It was
line
kind of
work
reversed.
was pretty good. So, all right, there you go. Many ghosts or empty graves or Dr. Graves or whatever it is.
MT Graves, yeah.
We always do at least one anthology every Shocktober,
That's
and
right.
I would say this one is probably one of the better ones we've done. Well,
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I like that one with ooh, I forget what comic company it was, but what was it even called? It was just like straight up trash horror, where like the lady got kidnapped by like a swamp monster that wanted to have sex with her. And remember the guy had the glasses, or he didn't have his good glasses, so he like thought that he was talking to a man or his wife, but it was really a man or something like that.
yeah, was that Twisted Tales? Was that what that was called?
Yes, that's what it
Twisted
was
Tales.
called. Yep,
Yeah,
that
that
was
was from
good.
another obscure company. I can't remember who the publisher was, but
Yeah,
it had a
that
John Bolton cover, I believe, right? John Bolton
sounds
or
right.
uh,
Maybe
yeah, that was
Michael
pretty good.
Bolton.
Yeah. So. All right, so yeah, I enjoyed this. You know what? I'm giving it a 7 out of 10.
Yeah. I'd say I'd give probably the first story maybe like a 5. Um, the last story maybe like a 9. So yeah, maybe the middle story about a 7. So probably about average out to a 7. I think that's fair.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, and it's good. It's Ditko. You know, you get to see some Ditko. It's always something.
Hmm.
Because Jank loves Steve Ditko, and he loves his work on Mr. A.
Sure
Hey,
don't.
you know what you probably appreciated the most from this story, Jank? The refreshing lack of objectivism.
Yes. Boy, did I love that.
Ayn Rand.
I objectively hate objectivism.
So that's probably the book we've had the biggest disparity on was Mr. A. I
Yeah. Oh
enjoyed
yeah.
it.
I think you
I think
gave
I
it
gave it.
almost you 9 or 10.
I thought I gave it an 8, right? 8 or 9. Oh, maybe a 9. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because it was classic Ditko. I really enjoyed what he's doing there, and Jank hated
Yeah, I give it a straight up 0. I was like, this is the worst comic I
it.
have ever read.
So,
And I've read some stinkers, but boy, this takes the cake. Like I've read comics where they just like decided to do all the narration in like people's Twitter boxes, like random
oh
people
no.
commenting on Twitter, and like that was bad, but somehow Mr. A was even worse than that.
Oh man, that is shameful. All right, so there's
Yeah.
many ghosts of Mr. Graves. All right, Jack. Next week, Shocktober continues. What do you got for us?
All right. Well, we're kind of on the roll with some anthologies here, so I kind of figured we'd stick in that vein. This is a book I considered for last Shocktober, but it just didn't really fit in with what we were doing that year. So I'm like, well, hold on to it. And so we're going to be doing a similarly titled book because DC had a comic just called Ghosts, and
Ghosts.
it was an anthology series that ran for a good, I don't know, 100 and what was it, 112 issues, I think. So we're going near the end. We're going number 107 of Ghosts here. And if you look at the cover, I'm sure you'll understand why I decided to pick this issue.
There a monkey?
There may be a monkey.
Oh, nice.
So we can go ape for August in Shocktober with this pick here.
Do you have any idea what year this is from? Was it 70s, 80s?
This one is 81.
All right, there you go, 1981. So, all right, next week, Shocktober rolls on with Ghosts, issue 107, and there may be a monkey involved.
Yeah.
Get ready for that. Oh, Jake, I forgot there was another ad at the end of the book we didn't get to, but you could
Oh.
order Starsky and Hutch t-shirts.
Oh, I did see that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I will not be going on eBay to try to find those.
Oh, what are you talking about? Starsky and Hutch is great. All right. So until next week, again, if you're watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe, and we appreciate the support. And until next week, oh, I almost said the wrong thing.
Pass the munchie,
Yeah,
Governor
that's what I was
Gabby.
gonna say. Yeah. So until next week, don't get any jank on you.